If you like MLB DFS picks, stick around. We're going to put in some picks today. We're going to do it from start to finish, how I find the picks. And until we put them in, we're going to find them. We're going to pick them. We're going to win. Let's go. Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Austin. This is the sports stage, and like I said, we're doing some picks, and we're going to do them in the MLB. I'm going to show you guys how I find the picks from start to finish. We're going to find a two-man power play. That's the goal for today's video. Let's get right to it. I'll get my face out of the way so you guys don't have to see me. This right here to start is the Oddsjam Fantasy Optimizer, or if you want to call it, some people say the Proptimizer, a little play on word there. But this is where I start when I look at my daily picks in fantasy, daily fantasy sports, whether it be baseball, basketball, football, hockey, golf. Right now I'm sticking mostly with baseball because these right here, you can see first two maps, headshots. That's esports. I know nothing about esports. I actually tried it one time to bet on esports and I sucked. So I'm not going to claim to be an esports expert or even an amateur. I know literally nothing about esports. Haven't played a video game in like 3 months. But I will be getting NCAA 25 and reliving my childhood if I have time. Anyways, guys, we're going to get into it. And right here, I want to show you the filters tab because we are switching from esports. We're going to baseball. Baseball is what I'm sticking with, like I said, mostly this summer because there's only really two sports to pick from right now. Baseball, golf, or esports. Some tennis. I do tennis bets, but those are mostly on the sports books. I find some positive EV plays on the sports books and play some tennis bets on there. I don't know enough about tennis to do player prop bets. I'm looking for good line movement and good actual bets in the sports books with tennis because I don't know a ton about the actual sport and stats. But I do know a little bit about baseball. I should say a lot of bit about baseball. I grew up playing it. Have been a fan of it since I was probably 3 years old. You all know my expertise is football, but I would say baseball is second for me. If you guys are football fans, this is this channel for you. That's what I was trying to get to. If you're football fans, definitely the channel for you. If you're baseball fans, also a channel for you. If you're basketball fans, we do basketball picks as well. I am a huge NBA fan. College basketball I love too, but I just can't get into it until March Madness. I don't have time to watch all those leagues. Sorry, I clicked away without even telling you why I'm clicking away. So I clicked on baseball for filters on Prizepicks. Up here is all the apps, not every single app, but all the apps that Oddsjam is offering insight on. Prizepicks, there is nothing here in green or yellow. It's all red, and when it's red on Oddsjam, it's not a good pick, according to Oddsjam. Now, sometimes I look into these red picks, and I look at the stats and the trends, and it's like, why is that pick in red? But sometimes it's because of the line on the specific app. So right here, for example, let's use this one. Austin Gomber under strikeouts at 4.5. That's in red. On a different app, that line could be at 5.5, and it could be a good pick. It all just depends. This is saying for Prizepicks, these are the picks, and they're in red according to Oddsjam and Oddsjam's odds. They put together their own algorithm to calculate their own no-vig odds, and that's what this column right here is for. But let's check over to the Underdog tab here. Underdog's got some green plays. Let's filter it down into baseball though, because they have some esports picks up here as well. In the springtime, like in April, on these filters here, I'll click baseball, basketball, and hockey and try to find the best plays depending on the sport. Most of the time, I put together a slip with just hockey picks or just baseball picks or basketball, whatever the sport may be, because that's what I've seen my followers like the most. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. If you like to see like a baseball, hockey, and basketball pick all in the same slip. If you want to see me mix it up for you sometimes, I can do that. But I usually just try to stick to the same sport, same slip. But as you can see right here, Jordan Hicks, we have him over 2 earned runs on Underdog. They're saying it's a 54% chance to hit. They're lighting that one up in green. That line's at 2 on Underdog, minus 120 odds. If you look at the sports books over here, DraftKings, BetMGM, Caesars, Pinnacle, BetOnline, Bovada, all these are set at 1.5. So Underdog has the line at 2. The sports books all have it at 1.5. Sports books are saying that there's a high likelihood that this goes over. Pinnacle and BetOnline, these are the two I look at most because Pinnacle is the sharpest book in the world and BetOnline is slightly lower, but they're right up there with Pinnacle. So Pinnacle's got it at minus 158, BetOnline minus 152. The other books are actually pretty consistent with these two sharp books as well. But anyways, Pinnacle and BetOnline, they are saying this is pretty likely to hit, but their line is at 1.5. So getting over 1.5 earned runs, that means if he gets if there's over 2 earned runs, if it's 2 earned runs exactly for Jordan Hicks, you hit the pick on the sports books, but you're going to push on Underdog Fantasy on the over. So that's one thing that is a discrepancy between books and daily fantasy picks. Sometimes it's better on daily fantasy. Sometimes it's better on the sports books. More times than not, player props are better on daily fantasy apps than they are on the sports books. But right here, I don't think I necessarily like this pick on Underdog. Let's check it out on Sleeper or Chalkboard. So here's the Sleeper desktop app. Sorry, I got a pick up from a couple days ago, still in the slip. That I didn't end up placing. So here's Sleeper here. If you go to the Colorado's, what were we talking about again? My bad. We're talking about Jordan Hicks here. Let's go to the Blue Jays game. So on Sleeper, you can scroll over. There's the Blue Jays right there. And we're talking about earned runs. So earned runs for Jordan Hicks, they have the line at 2.5 earned runs. So that's one whole run above where the sports books have it. Sports books are saying take the over with minus odds. Here, that's a scary pick. We're talking a whole run difference that he has to hit. So if it's 2 earned runs, you hit the pick on the sports book. You lose the pick on daily fantasy. If it's 3 earned runs, you hit them both. They're saying it's minus odds over here to go over on the 1.5. I have a hard time taking him over on the 2.5. Just my 2 cents. I'm going to stay away from that pick. I'm not even going to look at it on Chalkboard. Actually, you know what? Let's just take a quick peek, quick gander, because if they have it at 1.5, that is something that I would take. Earned runs on this game. Hicks, they do. They have it at 1.5. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. If you've seen my video, why you need multiple sports apps, sports betting apps, line discrepancies, they give us an advantage, and all we're trying to do when we're betting is find an edge over the sports book, and that's what we just did. Not necessarily over the sports book, but find an edge over a different app. That's what we just did. So let's take a look at what the payout would be. So right here, if we're taking the over on 1.5 earned runs for Jordan Hicks, I'm not sure how that John Gray pick got in there, but let's put in 155. So 155 would pay us 229. That does take out the 155 that we put in there. My math is not so great, so give me 1 second. I've got the calculator out now. So 229. Let's go 229.40 minus 155. That's going to give you a $74 payout, but that's only, you can't even place that pick because we have to have 2 slips in there. But $74 is what it would pay out if it was just this pick on a $155 bet. So you're better off placing this one if it's a straight bet on a sports book, because obviously we know at minus 155 odds, you bet $155, you win 100, not 74. So this 229 doesn't mean you get your 155 back plus 229. That means your total payout's 229 minus whatever you bet. That's one thing that some people get confused about on daily fantasy sports apps. But nonetheless, I do like this pick to actually hit for our slip. In daily fantasy, guys, I'm not always necessarily looking for the best odds as far as if it's minus odds, plus odds, comparing line movement. Daily fantasy, because they're all parlays, I'm looking for picks that are going to win more so than I am value picks as far as odds go. So because we found this on Chalkboard, let's stick with Chalkboard. That's a good pick right there, over 1.5. Let's stick with Chalkboard and try to find another play that's going to fit into our Chalkboard slip. And real quick, since we're going to go with the Chalkboard app and move forward trying to find a pick on this Chalkboard app, let's pause this video real quick. Pause it right here. I'm sorry, I'm not pausing it. You pause it right here. If you don't have the app, I'll give you a second to go download the app. When you download it and you make your first deposit, use code WORLDWIDE. That's a promo code that I can give you guys. That's going to get you up to a $100 match on your first deposit. That'll get you, if you put in 10 bucks, they'll match you 10 bucks and you'll get 10 free dollars. If you put in 20, you'll get 20 free bucks from them, and so on, all the way up to $100. Excuse me. My best advice would be, if you have 100, put in 100 so that you get the most out of them as possible. Don't miss out on any of that free money. If they are going to give you up to $100 free, take as much from them for free as you can, and then move on from there. So you actually get $100 to play with without spending your own money first. So right here at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to put it up here now. Code WORLDWIDE, that gets you a $100 deposit match on your first deposit. Sorry, up to $100 deposit match. So pause this video right here, go get the app, download it, use that code, and then we will continue. All right, if you got the Chalkboard app downloaded, let's get to it. If you already had it, I'm sorry for the pause, but I want everybody to get a chance to follow these picks. Now, we're going to move on. I don't see any more in green on here on Oddsjam, but I do see them. Or sorry, they will be. There is some more on other apps here. Parlay Play doesn't have anything as far as percentage to hit. This is the one thing I never got a straight answer from Oddsjam on as to why they do this. But if you can see here, this says EV percentage up here. Underdog Fantasy says percent chance to hit. I like seeing percent chance to hit better than the EV percentage because, like I said, I'm not really looking for positive expected value on my props that I'm putting in. I'm looking for winning picks. I'm looking for positive expected value on sportsbooks plays like overs, unders, on team totals, things like that, or anything you could put in on a sportsbook for a straight bet, but not necessarily as much for daily fantasy picks. I want the slip to hit. That's how we're going to get paid out. Even if it's not a big payout, we just try to double our money every single day. Like I say, sometimes double up on Dabble. We double up on Sleeper and Chalkboard too, or Prizepicks or Underdog. Whatever the app may be. Let's here looking at Boom Fantasy. Let's see here. Max Fried. This one has his over on strikeouts at 4.5. Sportsbooks also have his line at 4.5. It'll tell you right here if there's a difference in odds. Or sorry, if there's a difference in the line. Right here, it's all the same. Pinnacle's got it at minus 124. Oddsjam says the fair odds are minus 120. These are no vig odds, so this is without any vigorish added by the sports books. So minus 124 on Pinnacle. That's the sharpest book in the land. You guys know that already. I said that before, and you probably already knew that before you watched this video. Over on 4.5 strikeouts. Let's see if Chalkboard has that as this at the same line. Move this over here a little bit. So we'll find that Atlanta game. What time is that at? 7:40 p.m. That's a night game tonight. Atlanta, Arizona. That's the last game of the day. We'll find his strikeout line here. They actually have him on a deal right now. So Chalkboard has it discounted down to 2.5 strikeouts. That's definitely a good play. If over on 4.5 is minus odds, we're going to take that one. That's probably not going to do much for our slip, though, because it's a discounted deal. The multiplier is less. So 100 wins us 166 there. But, guys, I told you I was going to try to find a two-man power play for you. That's hard to pass up. We found a good pick here with Jordan Hicks. We found a great pick here with the discounted Max Fried pick. Doesn't win us much. We're only going to win $66 on that. But we are winning. We're profiting. Okay, I'm trying, like I said, on these daily fantasy slips, I'm trying to find picks that are going to win, that are going to profit for us. This one right here, I am very confident that's going to profit just based on Oddsjam selections alone. But like I said, if you're one of those people that wants a quick, easy pick, you can go to Oddsjam and put in all the green recommendations here. I do that to start. Sometimes I end up changing this when I go over to props.cash. So here, We're on props.cash. If you don't know what props.cash is, there is a link in the description as well. You can see all sorts of different props through every single game in the MLB. This I have it selected as MLB, but they got NBA, NHL, WNBA. You'll see when NFL starts, NFL will be up here as well. And it's just a way to analyze props with a little bit of a deeper dive. Oddsjam shows you a good prop, which bets are good to take. Props.cash shows you why, and I like to find out the why. So I dive a little bit deeper when I'm doing these picks, and although I told you I put those picks in on Chalkboard, and I'm good with going with those picks just based off of what Oddsjam is showing us, but I like to dive deeper and show you guys why I'm making these picks and make sure I verify them for myself. So we got the Chalkboard app back up. We're going Jordan Hicks and Max Fried. Max Fried is a discounted play from Chalkboard. So the original line's at 4.5. We're getting him at 2.5. But let's move over to the earned runs first. And we're going to go with that first pick, Jordan Hicks here. Over 1.5 earned runs. Like I said, minus odds on the over pretty much across the board. Pinnacle's got it at 182. Let's click Pinnacle so their odds are up here. They're the sharpest book, like I said. Under is at 134. Over is at minus 182. You guys can see here, this is his chart over his last 10. Last 10's highlighted. These are his last 10 games started this season. And 7 of those 10 games, he has given up more than 1.5 earned run. That right there is pretty damn good. That's 70%. I like to look for 55% and above because that gives us a slight edge. 70% gives us a huge edge. That is astronomical in as far as an edge goes over the book, or not necessarily over the book, but over the line that the books have it set at. We can talk about getting an edge over the books in a different video for the sports book plays. Right here, weighted runs created plus. Toronto's batting. They're 24th in the last 15 days, so that's not great. They're bottom third team right now. On the season, they're smack dab in the middle at 15th. Okay, his strikeouts per inning, he's in the 33rd percentile. Not good. He's almost in the bottom third in the all starting pitchers in strikeout percentage, so he's pitching to contact. Jordan Hicks is going to get hit, and when you're facing a team, when you're facing a team like Toronto, they got a pretty good young lineup. And if they're putting the ball in play, something's going to pop. I mean, really all it takes is this guy right here to have somebody on base, and this line could hit the over in one swing of the bat. You guys all know that. The Blue Jays can put up some runs. They got dudes top to bottom. Kiermaier's still good. Springer's good. Guerrero's good. Bichette's good. I'm sorry if I'm not meaning to fade these other dudes. They're a solid young lineup. So I like this pick a lot, even more now that I've verified it on props.cash. 70% of the time in the last 10 games, he's been over that. If you look at his entire season, 56% of the time, he's been over 1.5 earned runs given up. I say 55% is what I'm looking for. We're slightly above that on the whole season, and especially in the last 10. Looking at head-to-head, guys, this is not this season, okay? You can see here this is 2022, 2022, 2023, and 2023. These are not this season, but I just wanted to show you head-to-head. Only one time he's held the Blue Jays under 1.5 earned runs. Okay, so that's all I got for that pick. Let me get chalk. So this pick is going to stay in our slip. Jordan Hicks over 1.5 earned runs today. That's at 1:46 p.m. Sorry, 1:45 p.m. My eyes are messed up. This is Mountain Time, so that's 3:45 Eastern Time. Figure out your time zone from there. We're going to move on and verify this Max Fried pick, make sure I still like it. I don't foresee that I'm not, due to the fact that it's a discounted play. And at 4.5 strikeouts, the over was favored to hit the over with 4.5, so I can only imagine 2.5 looks great. But this is the last game of the night, like we saw on Chalkboard. So 2.5. Sorry, we're at earned runs. We need to go strikeouts. So line's at 4.5 so far. Whoops. 2024. Let's look at his last 10 games. 2.5 earned runs. This line is at 4.5. Like I said, let's bump this down so you can see here 4.5 strikeouts. On props.cash, you can adjust this. That takes it down to 4. Another click takes it down to 3.5, 3, and 2.5. So now we're set at 2.5. Obviously, we don't have a line over here to compare it to at 2.5 because the sports books aren't stupid. They're not going to set this at 2.5 for a straight bet. But daily fantasy apps can discount lines like that because you have to put in a parlay. You have to have more than one pick. So they can afford to do that because you still have to hit both picks to win. So they still could win if you don't hit all your picks in your slip, or at least 3 out of 4 if you're doing an insured slip. But the sports books can't do that because you could take that as a straight bet and put $1,000 on it, and you're gonna win. And look at his lines here, or his chart here. Over 2.5 strikeouts in 9 out of his last 10 games. The only one he didn't was right here against San Diego. I would like to see how many innings he went. He only threw 88 pitches in that game. Batters face, Ks, hits allowed, walks. Let's go to innings right here. He only pitched 4.3 innings in that game. So every game he's pitched 5 innings or more, he's covered that 2.5 strikeouts. Most of these games, he's pitching 6 innings or more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of those 10 games, he's gone 6 innings or more. So if he goes 5 innings, guys, he's hitting that line. He had 3 strikeouts against Baltimore where he threw those 5 innings. Every other game, he's well over it at 4, 4, 4, 6, 13, 6, 9, and 5 on those other games that he went over this. Sportsbooks are saying he's going over 4.5, and they're pretty damn confident in it. None of these books have the under at minus odds. All of the books have minus odds on the over, plus odds on the under. They are pretty consistent at 4.5 that it's going to go over. We're getting it at a discount at 2.5. I don't think there's much else to say about it. Max Fried isn't striking out people very well. He's in the 29th percentile for strikeouts per inning. But last 15 days, Arizona has bottom third strikeout percentage, and he just got to get 2.5 for us. We're keeping that one in. I think I've verified it enough to be confident in this pick. 2.5 strikeouts. Odds say 4.5 is going to hit. We're taking it. We're going to win it. Chalkboard's back up. Guys, that is how I do my process when I'm finding these picks for you guys. I start with Oddsjam. I verify with props.cash. I look at the different lines on different apps. As you saw there, Sleeper had the earned runs for Jordan Hicks at 2.5. Not a good play to go over on that. That's just not as safe of a play. Chalkboard has it at 1.5. If we can put that with another good pick like we did with the Max Fried pick here, where it's actually a discounted play at 2.5 strikeouts. So that just kind of gives you guys a little bit of a rundown on how I do my picks. If you like these videos, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get all these sent to you. Not every video I go over how I do the picks, but every video I'll show you the picks and why I'm taking them with props.cash. I don't always do start to finish where I'm finding the picks live for you guys, but that's how I do it. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends. We're trying to grow this community. If you also if you don't have time to see my videos every day, and sometimes I don't have time to make a video, but I always put out the picks, hit that link down here. It says free and VIP picks. Not asking you to subscribe to the VIPs. If you want to, they're there. The VIPs also hit at a high rate. That's where I put all my sportsbook plays, my positive EV plays, sometimes an arbitrage play, sometimes a middle play. Most of the time, just trying positive EV picks on the sportsbooks. Those all go to the VIPs, and those have been cashing for us. We've been profiting not every single day. I'm not going to lie to you and say that my whole calendar is green, but we have been profiting more days than not over this last month. So if you want in on the VIPs, they're there. But get in on the free subscription, guys, in that link. Click it. Just sign up for the free because those will get sent to your phone via text message. Every time I put in a free play, it goes right to your phone. All you do is click a link. The play pops up. You can head over to Chalkboard, Sleeper, Dabble, Underdog, Prizepicks, Fliff. Not often on Fliff, but sometimes Fliff. Whatever the app is that I'm using that day, Rebet. Just head over to the app and you can put that slip in. You'll get it as soon as I release it right to your phone. And one more thing before I go, fantasy football is approaching. I have put together a draft guide for you guys. That same link, the free and the VIP picks, that same link will get you access to my draft guide. That gets you access to my Discord. So does the VIP and free picks. You'll get over to the Discord. My picks go straight into the Discord as well. But the draft guide is all on the Discord. You can see player rankings, PPR, non-PPR, half PPR player rankings, some sleepers that I have for you guys, tiers by position. The tiers are uploaded. The rankings are uploaded. I'm still working on write-ups for the sleepers and other things like that, but a lot of it is already in there. You can get that draft guide with that link. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I got for you today. If you have any questions, hit the comments below. I will respond as soon as I can. I will not be doing YouTube videos from Sunday through Thursday of next week. I'm taking my little kids to Disneyland for my daughter's birthday, so I will not be making videos for about 5 days there. But my picks will be coming through on my winnable page. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.